I don't know if this worked, but hey, here we're gonna go for another walk on the farm. Short one, but talk about how we bring nutrition back into our tunnels. Kind of compare it to conventional. Did that work? Hey, it worked. Look at that. All right, so this is our oldest tunnel. It has been not planted in since last summer, so summer of 2022. It had tomatoes in here and flowers in here. We used the old skin from when we replaced it back in, I think, 2020 or 2019 on the ground in here. That's why everything looks so desolate and all that. What we had done is coated the ground with it, and then I burned holes through the plastic. Now that's all gone now. I pulled it out, pulled all the weeds out. You can see that the edges grow weeds. I'm working on that. But, I mean, this isn't like the other fields where we can just, or we do. I mean, yes, we could put pigs in here, but, I mean, they would go through things. But you got to do something else with the nutrition inside a tunnel in the ground. Because, you know, planting year after year, you're just sucking everything out. So, what we do, or what we've tried to do, we're still doing it, but it's just what we're trying, is we take the manure from the stalls in the barn, and the stalls house pigs and chickens and goats temporarily, especially through the winter. And I am currently, as you can see, spreading it out here with the tractor. Just dumped a fresh new bucket here. And this manure is actually probably 3 years old. 3 years through this year. Nothing on this right now, but we had temporarily had the meat pigs in here, the ones that went in for butcher, as well as goats and chickens and ducks and things. It's a mix here. But yeah, so I'm going to spread it, and then, you know, I don't know if it'll be today, but in the next few days, hopefully before Thanksgiving, I am going to till this all under. And that is us putting nutrition back in. I mean, we'll also till under any of the plant material and debris, but we don't have that luxury like we do in the fields of the animals grazing it all year and pooping on everything, and, you know, anything else that falls from the sky. Now, we're going to compare this. Hopefully I can... All right, so we're going to zoom in. So we are surrounded by a conventional farm. So I know we've talked about this before, but there's a strip between us, our property here, and the oak trees, which is ours, and then all the way around to that tree line. And if you look, so there are tanks out in that field. So this field, as far as the guy who farms this, it goes all the way from the road up there, down a strip right here, and then out and over the drainage ditch, which is the low point there, and to that tree line there. So what they're doing is they are spraying, well, basically ammonia. It's the chemical mix that you hear about that makes those fertilizer bombs, but farmers need it for fertility in their field. But what they're doing there is they are injecting their ammonia mix straight into the field. Now this right now, this field actually had 2 crops on it this year. He planted a winter wheat that was harvested in June or July, I can't remember exactly. The drought threw it off. It might even been closer to August because of the drought. And then the same day he harvested the wheat, he went through and planted a late soybean crop. Yesterday, all the soy was taken down, and today he's out there. I lost his tractor behind the hill here, but today he is out there spraying his fertilizer into the ground. So, conventional farm out there, that's how they do it. And, you know, that's the way it's done. But again, what we're doing here, the comparison is, I mean, you can even see it. Oh gosh, the sun is horrible. You can even see the goats and the pigs, some of the pigs, in the old sunflower field. Our idea here is graze, poop, spread manure, green manure as well, and green manure is, you know, the green crops that we plant, the cover crops, that we would till under or let the animals in particular eat and then till under. But that's our method. We plant on it, we plant on it, we plant on it, and then we follow it with the 2 years of the animals. Obviously one there, second's over there, and then the third year, right before we go back in with vegetables, is a cover crop, and then the animals go back on it just to eat that down. So in the tunnels, so we got this one and that one out there, which we will recover here over the winter or early spring. But this one is the one where tomatoes are going to be next year, so I want to make sure this is ready before March, because we want to do early tomatoes, or as early as we can this year. So with this, we're taking the fertilizer out of the stalls in the barn. I know it looks disgusting, but really this is great. This is absolutely wonderful. We spread it in here, and then like I said, I'm going to come through and till that in and let it sit for winter. If we can afford it, we'll get some fabric to put on the ground to prevent weeds. But yeah, let me drive up and I'll show you what it looks like in the barn. It's a small barn, so we had to disassemble some stuff to get in there and use the tractor, because since my surgery, I'm obviously not allowed to do as much back labor as in the past. But I'm gonna shut up because it's getting loud here. Give me a sec. And so, up at the barn here, this is what I'm going through. I had to take down some of the pens and some of the posts, but dug out here with the tractor and by hand. You can see I've started digging out there with the forks. Man, get some light here. And that's about the depth that I need to get down. Here's a brick. So, you know, what is that, 8 inches, 10 inches there, that I want to get down, because the barn slopes out this way. So that those entrances on that side are lower than our entrances over here. But anyway, we're taking the filth out of the barn. We're putting it in the tunnel. We are tilling it in the tunnel, letting it sit. And that is how we keep the nutrition up in the tunnels. I'm going to have too much for this tunnel, so we will make a pile as well that I will spread in the back tunnel as well, even though we're not using it in the spring and in the summer. It'll be next winter's late crop is what I'm trying to say. So not late, early crop. It'll be the late fall crop. So I'm hoping to have spinach and stuff in here. And I figured I'd just show you. This pen here was where all the babies were put this year as they're growing. We used to live them in the field, but you can even tell here, that black one there is from March, and the little one right next to it is just from June. That's its mom there. Just such competition for food that these little ones don't put on size, so we have to separate them from the adults, or they're really, really small. So anyway, that's a walk around here, and well, you can see them here. The guy next door. So he's going to turn here, and you'll be able to see the tank he's dragging behind it. You know, it's just, they're just kind of turning the soil, getting the soybean debris out, and there's his tank right behind him there. So that's how they do it, and this is how I do it. This is how we do it. There you go. See you guys later. Bye.